you ever wondered what America was like 100 years ago?
Or how peanut butter was invented?
Why is the sky blue?
Tired of the same boring history book?
Let's discover something new today.
Welcome to Kids on the Square.
This episode of Kids on the Square is called Dearest Friend.
Hey, girls.
Hi.
Thanks for picking us up from school, Uncle Guy.
Yeah, thanks. It was the only way I could go to the end of school bowling party.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm happy it worked out. Hey, everybody buckle up. Did you guys have a good day at school? Is that a yes?
Oh, yeah, it was fine.
Okay. How about some music? What are you feeling? Classic rock or techno?
Anything, whatever is good.
Synth bagpipes it is then. Okay, what's going on? Do I have something on the back of my head? What are you girls giggling about?
It's nothing.
Yeah, right. You think I'm gonna believe that? You haven't giggled like that since you were 4 and thought the word Pooh Bear was hilarious.
Rachel got a love note at school.
Wait, what? I'm sorry. What?
It's nothing. Just a silly note.
Rachel, I can't help but write to you how I feel.
Hand me that note.
But you're driving.
Detour. I get you guys $1 cones from Mickey D's, and you give me that note.
Okay. You're lucky it's Dollar Cone Friday.
What is this?
The note?
It's on the back of a sandwich wrapper?
Yeah, we had meatball subs in the caf today.
This is disgusting. Rachel, I can't help but write to you how I feel. I can't wait to see you every day.
That's very nice, but can I take your order?
3 ice cream cones and a time machine so I can go back to when my niece was a baby and no love letters ever came her way.
Huh?
Just the cones.
Second window.
Rachel, this note is... Blech.
You're being dramatic. It's not that bad.
Come on, Uncle Guy. You just don't like the idea of me growing up.
No, it's trash. It's literally written on a piece of trash. But in terms of literary criticism, let's take this sample. Your voice is like an angle.
I think he meant angel.
See, that's my point. Number 1, it should be illegal for middle schoolers to write love notes. Number 2, would it kill him to pick up a piece of craft paper from the art room and fold it in half and make an actual card? And number 3, you should care enough to get some spell check if you're professing your heart's true feelings to someone. ChatGPT could profess a single emotion better than this.
Uncle Guy, you're making this way bigger than it is.
It's not like it's serious or anything.
Yeah, I don't like this boy back.
Well, that's good at least. But you have to take your heart seriously. You have no idea how special you and your heart are.
Ugh, now you're sounding like a cheesy love note.
Look, heck, I know a thing or two about love notes.
Really?
Don't listen to him. This is coming from the uncle whose last date was at a church potluck.
Ooh, burn.
Thank you for reminding me of that, Rachel. In my defense, though, the date may have been an epic flop, but the meatless chili I cooked for the potluck was adored by all. Wait, hang on. You're trying to distract me. I am not referring to my own love life.
Then whose are you talking about?
I am talking about the most epic love letter writers in history. T. Swift wishes she could write like them, let alone this meatball love note boy.
Who in the world are you talking about?
Abigail and John Adams.
Ugh.
Aren't they dead?
Yes. John Adams was a founding father of America, and Abigail was his wife. We're about to get a history lesson from my very nerdy and nosy uncle.
Fine. I guess you can wait in this drive-through line, listen to my 80s classic rock, and not hear about the greatest colonial love story ever told.
Not the 80s rock playlist.
You know, I'm feeling a little more a cappella today. Oh, we're halfway there.
Fine. Tell us about the Adams.
Yes.
Oh, yay! I kinda wanted to hear it.
Brace yourself. Let me take you back to 1762, where John and Abigail Adams first met at her home. And to put it simply, it didn't go well.
Girls, look at me. This evening may be small, but it is still important to all of your futures. Mary, you know you are to be on your best behavior since Mr. Richard Krantz has expressed his great desire to dance with you. Ladies, stop this. Remember to sit up straight, and when a gentleman offers to dance, accept kindly. But at all costs, you must not giggle. Your grandfather, Colonel Quincy, expects us to maintain our excellence in all areas of life. We still represent the Quincy household, and Quincy's do not giggle. Do we have an understanding?
Yes, Mother.
Good. Now go about the floor and don't dawdle too long at the desserts. Abigail, hold on. Let me pinch your cheeks.
Mother, please. I'm only 15. There's no suitor in this room that will take me seriously.
Oh, Abigail, how can you still not understand? From this point on, all of your actions will affect your future suitors. Since you've been so sickly through childhood, if you have pale cheeks this evening, then when you meet a worthy suitor, he will be horrified to hear you were a ghostly 15-year-old and withdraw any thoughts of a proposal. You must be presented as strong and healthy this evening. This is all for your welfare.
Oh, enough! I will drink more wassail and my cheeks will be rosy in no time. Now, will you please cease the pinching?
As you wish. Bring me a cup of wassail as well. And I wouldn't be too sure that there are no suitors in this room for you.
Good evening. May I be of service? I said good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Adams. And no thank you, I'm quite capable of pouring my own refreshment.
I see. How did you know my name? I don't recall being acquainted with such a short, ill-tempered young lady as yourself.
We passed your farm on the way to church. It's a small town, Mr. Adams. And what you call ill-tempered, others may call shy. Besides, I do believe you've been acquainted with someone of that ill-tempered nature by the name of Hannah.
Excuse me.
Please spare me the performance. I may be young, but I'm not blind. My party has been here for merely an hour, and you've been tailing her petticoats all the while.
Though she be but little, she is fierce.
Shakespeare.
Ah, at least you are well read in the conventional.
I'll have you know I am well versed in all the great poets. Milton, Pope, Thomson. Where mid the gorse the raspberry red for the gatherer springs, 2 children did we stray and talk, wise, idle, childish things. Nothing begins and nothing ends that is not paid with moan, for we are born in others' pain and perish in our own.
How nice. But I do not believe I requested a recitation.
The point is, I am well versed in all forms of literature. In fact, I have spent most of my life reading every book within my grasp. Therefore, I would not be so quick to quote the conventional as a mere way to tout my intelligence while attempting to divert the conversation from the giggling mess you have been pursuing this evening.
Miss Smith, what has prompted such hasty judgment from one who really knows nothing of the world yet? I should think you would be grateful for me even showing a small ounce of attention at an evening of social frivolity that you are clearly not ready for. Are you sure you were even invited to this gathering? Isn't this your bedtime? How old are you?
I am 15 years old.
My point exactly. So let me do you a favor and let you know that while your stabbing wit is a strength, it is a weapon that should be saved for other evenings.
I am sure I don't know what you mean. Father has always told us to speak only kindly.
Well then, allow me to give you some kind advice. You must work on your parrot-toed feet. One glance at your gait and no fellow will dare ask you to dance for fear it will become a gallop. Where is your wit now?
I fear I have nothing at all kindly left to say that would please my father except for, good evening, Mr. Adams.
Miss Smith,
John, there you are. Mary Smith has accepted my offer to dance. You must ask Hannah for this next dance as well. John?
Yes?
Unless someone else has caught your eye.
Not at all. Don't be foolish. I find the company neither frank nor fond. One dance and then I will depart.
Have you listened to the Kids on the Square episodes, Passing Time and the New Frontier, featuring the Lewis and Clark expedition? Join us for discoveries.
Well, these marks in the dirt, they make a pattern. Must be tracks of some kind, but surely not. Those scratches are too large. Maybe a herd of deer?
No, the imprint isn't right. Deer are much lighter on their feet. This track is too deep. I don't think the stories are false. That rock isn't a rock. It's a grizzly bear.
Adventures.
Time to be brave, cowboy. Nothing can stop us.
Oh, come on. Not again.
And laughs.
A prairie dog?
Oh, look at him run. Quite a pleasing little animal, is it not?
I suppose so, Mr. President.
Well, we have our update on the expedition now. Oh, look, he's sniffing my desk. And now he's on to eating the cushion.
Kids on the Square aims to bless, encourage, and educate the next generation of American children. So what are you waiting for? Grab a friend, share this episode with your family, and join us today at
Kids on the Square.
Listen to episodes and discover more today at kidsonthesquare.com.
Here are your ice creams. Have a nice day.
One dance, and then I will depart.
Uh-huh.
Farewell, dear drive-through maiden. Here's your ice cream, girls.
Thanks. So what happens next?
You want to know more?
Yeah, I totally ship them. They've got a will they, won't they thing going on. I'm invested, aren't you?
Oh, I'm in it. Uncle Guy, what happens next?
Well, the two began seeing more of each other because Richard Cranch, who was John's friend at the party, started to officially court Mary Smith, Abigail's sister.
What court? Like a royal court of kings and queens?
I thought they were in America, not England.
Technically, they're in the colonies, since the American Revolution hadn't happened yet. And court is the old school term for dating, but even more intense. It's like one step from getting engaged.
Ooh! So Mary and Cranch are together, but what about Abigail and John?
Okay, when someone would court back then, they would bring a chaperone or friend with them. John was Cranch's friend, so John started spending more and more time at the Smith home and would run into Abigail.
No, you choose, my darling.
No. You choose, darling.
No, you.
For pity's sake, I will choose. You will both go for a walk outside. Happy?
Of course, any time spent with Mary is a delight. But won't you be lonely, John?
There is a great difference between loneliness and solitude. I am sure I will find a host of company here in the library. Now, go walk before the rain comes.
Very well. Come along, darling.
Finally, peace and quiet. Now, which book to...
Whoa!
Oh, you are right.
Yes, I'm fine. But I beg your pardon. I didn't know anyone else was here.
That's quite all right. Here, let me help you pick them up.
Thank you.
What on earth would make you carry such a tall stack of books by yourself? Let alone try to open the door with them.
I'm simply returning them. I thought I had a good grip on the handle, but clearly I did not.
Surely you have not read all of these?
Oh, yes. I've read every piece of literature in this home.
That's quite impressive. I thought ladies were only trained in sewing and butter churning.
Well, while I am an excellent butter churner, I've also read these all out of my own pursuit for knowledge. How else can a woman receive an education? Besides, I am already excellent at churning butter, which is why I insist on doing it myself.
Very wise indeed, Abigail.
I did not think you recalled my name, Mr. Adams.
Please, call me John.
Very well, John.
While we're on the topic of corrections, I should have corrected my behavior towards you when we first met. I never should have spoken to you in that fashion.
No, it was my behavior that needed correcting. I had heard of your attendance that evening, and frankly, I was feeling shy and nervous to interact with you, so I turned my shyness into sharpness.
Shy? Why on earth would you have been shy toward me?
Need I remind you again? It's a small town, Mr. John. I have heard of your noble pursuits in law and that you graduated as one of the brightest students at Harvard.
Please, you make it sound much too glamorous. I assure you my accounts do not reflect such glamour. I could be back to teaching children at the schoolhouse in an instant.
Even in that, I have heard many stories of what a kind and encouraging schoolmaster you were.
John, we should head home before the storm worsens. I shall fetch the carriage immediately.
Yes.
Good day, Abigail.
Good day.
Good day, my darling.
Fetching the carriage, Mr. Crunch?
Yes, of course, yes.
I'll see you out, darling.
Well, then, good day, Mr. Adams.
Good day. Abigail, may I write to you?
Pardon?
May I write to you?
Of course you may, dear friend. Good day, John.
Splendid.
Have you ever wondered how far reading can take a child? Could the love of discovery inspire a young life to climb to new heights? Meet William, a young boy who loved to read. He read every book in his house and then went looking for more. His story is a true story of how a young boy grew into one of America's most respected scholars, and it all began because he loved to read. The Front Steps is a true telling of how this young child overcame obstacles and barriers and kept climbing. Reading this story as a family will inspire young and old alike to celebrate the joy of reading and a love for history. Kids on the Square is delighted to present The Front Steps, an original work and a true story from the family life of William B. Allen. This is a children's book that every parent and grandparent should have for their kids and grandkids. You can order your copy today at thefrontstepsbook.com. 100% of the proceeds from the Front Steps go to help Kids on the Square help more families find the joy of reading. Get your copy of The Front Steps today at thefrontstepsbook.com.
Okay, all I have to say is #relationship goals.
That was super cute, not gonna lie. But did it really happen like that?
I may have embellished, but who doesn't love a rainy day library moment? The truth is that John and Abigail were married for over 50 years and wrote thousands and thousands of letters to each other. There was a portion of their lives where John wrote Abigail 3 letters each day.
Whoa!
It was the only way they could communicate. Plus, they went through months and months of separation because of John's political duties and travel. They had fun pen names like Lysander and Diana. Their letters spanned the course of the American Revolution to the birth of the new nation. As the years passed, they shared the details of their days with each other, their woes, successes, and discoveries, all in those letters. No matter what life threw at them, they always chose to stay connected. Here, just listen to one of the thousands of letters Abigail wrote to John.
My dearest friend, it has been 3 years since last we saw each other. I know you are hard at work advocating for the colony's liberty and financial stability. Never give up, my dear. If you succeed in granting our newborn nation a loan, it will give us the chance to step out of Great Britain's shadow. But if you do not succeed, we will cower under their presence, no matter the revolution's outcome. Oh, how I wish you could share with me every moment of your time in Holland. I wish even more that I could care for you while you are ill. It pains me that you suffer without me by your side. I received your medical updates from your physician. Please, John, please heed his advice. Keep the windows open and ensure that everyone wash and scrub as much as possible. I need not remind you how devastating the pox was to Boston. Time passes so slowly, yet swiftly here at the farm. Should I draw you the picture of my heart, it would be what I hope you still would love, though it contained nothing new. The early possession you obtained there, and the absolute power you have ever maintained over it, leaves not the smallest space unoccupied. I look back to the early days of our acquaintance and friendship as to the days of love and innocence, and with an indescribable pleasure, I have seen near a score of years roll over our heads, with an affection heightened and improved by time. Nor have the dreary years of absence in the smallest degree effaced from my mind the image of the dear untitled man to whom I gave my heart. Ever remember me as I do you, with all the tenderness which it is possible for one object to feel for another, which no time can obliterate, no distance alter, but which is always the same in the bosom of Portia. December 23rd, 1782.
Aw, that letter was so sweet, even if it was old-timey.
Yep, what they had was rare. Not easy to find at any old potluck these days.
I'm glad so many of these letters survived. It's so cool that we can read what they were thinking today.
Ooh, what are you gonna write back to your admirer, Rachel?
I didn't think about that. Do I have to write back?
Well, it's kind of rude if you don't, and you don't want it to be awkward between you guys at the bowling party. If you don't want him hanging around or doing any more, lovey-dovey things, you need to write back.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I agree with Amanda.
Oh man, what am I gonna say? This is so weird. What would you say, Uncle Guy?
Dear Meatball Face, if you come near me, I will call the police and my Uncle Guy will personally make sure that you are locked up and have to do community service for the rest of your life.
Be serious.
Fine. I guess it depends on how you feel, Rachel.
I don't like him back, but I don't want to be mean.
You can write that.
No. That's way too blunt. We just spent all this time hearing about how important handcrafted letters are to someone, even if they aren't love notes.
Touché.
I got it. Hand me that ice cream cone wrapper. Thank you for your kind words, but I am really not interested in any crushes right now. Thank you again, but no thank you. Your friend, Rachel. How's that?
I think that is a well-crafted letter. Now go have fun bowling.
Bye.
See ya.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yes!
Thank you for listening to this episode of Kids on the Square. We hope you enjoyed Dearest Friend. If you did, please share this episode with your dear friends and subscribe to our podcast page so you don't miss our next episode. Kids on the Square is generously supported by listeners like you. If you'd like to support this program, you can contact us via our website, kidsonthesquare.com. And if you want a chance for your voice to be heard on the show, we even have a way to record voice messages right there in our contact form. You can tell us what you think about an episode, share things you've learned about these stories from the show, let us know about historical stories that you'd like to hear, or even just say hi. You can also visit kidsonthesquare.com to hear more of our podcast episodes and find lots of fun activities and resources to go along with them. And if you're a parent or guardian listening and you're new to the Public Square, we hope you visit our website, thepublicsquare.com, and discover the full host of other radio products we have available. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time on
Kids on the Square.